Hello, everyone. My name is Dr. Janet Roark. I'm a veterinarian in Austin, Texas, and I go live every Sunday night at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time to answer a few of y'all's questions when it comes to essential oils and animals or animals in general. And I just wanted to say welcome and hello to everyone. I don't really have any big announcements coming up right now other than that we had an awesome webinar on the 7th. So last Friday in the membership group about oral health, having a healthy teeth and mouth. And we went over some anatomy and some essential oils that can really help with that. A particular problem that a lot of animals have, dogs, cats. Of course, you still need a veterinarian in those cases, but in a lot of those cases, but you can really do a lot with essential oils and just supportive health and feeding a species appropriate diet and giving supplements like vitamins and those sorts of things, vitamins, digestive enzymes, probiotics, and omegas. So hi, Lori, welcome. So if you're hopping on, let me know where you're coming in from and what essential oil you're using today and why. And if you have any questions, go ahead and pop them in the chat. I do want to invite everyone. I got to invite you guys. Sorry. I know I invite you I'm not sorry. I shouldn't apologize for this because it's awesome. So if you guys are not in the membership group yet, I do encourage you to join now because in addition to having those monthly webinars, I go live weekly and answer all of the questions that have been posted and any of the questions that are asked live. I actually answer 100% of those right now. So, so the posted questions on the specific Ask the EO Vet post. Of course, we have conversational discussion posts that I don't get to see all of those, but Jan says, thank you for sharing all of your wisdom. Jan's in the group and she is super awesome. So, Lori from Ontario, Canada. So if you have any questions, go ahead and pop them in the chat. Definitely keep them compliant, please. Oh, Jennifer Rose says, best group ever. Yeah, it is actually one of the more active Facebook groups that isn't just a bunch of complaining. It's a lot of just helping each other and getting some really good natural options in addition to the regular veterinary support that you're getting. So really good and very affordable. And so the whole reason I'm talking about that right now is that the prices are going to go up. So right now it's $14 a month, very affordable, or $150 a year. So you basically get 1 month free if you get the annual option, and it is really unbelievable. I have recipes. There's 3 years worth of information there. But what we're doing is we're actually building an off Facebook portion of the membership, and that is quite extensive. It's taken months and months to prepare. We're about ready to launch it this summer, and because of the overhead with that and getting some software and things like that into place, we do need to raise the price to $27 a month, so it's almost doubling. And so I want you guys to get in at the lower price, get that locked in, because you'll be able to keep that lower price forever, as long as you don't cancel. So get that locked in now before the price goes up. I want everybody to get in at the lower price. My business coach is probably like rolling her eyes right now if she's watching this. She's like, don't tell people to buy the lower price. But I want you guys to get in at the lower price and get that locked in before the price goes up this summer. And everyone will have access to the offsite and the Facebook group community, which is unbelievable. The community aspect of it is just really, really fun. So hop in on that before the price goes up. It will be $270 annually, so you'll get 2 months free with the increased price, but with a lot more things added. So it'll be really good. I promise, guys. Okay. Anyways, there's hardly anybody on tonight. I wonder what Facebook's doing to my stuff. So Jenny says, Sherry Davis. Oh, she tagged somebody. Sorry. Dilution ratios for horses. Are there oils to stay away from? So most horses do really, really well with all of the essential oils. Obviously, you don't want to use wormwood or, anything to do with walnut or anything like that. But they actually do really well with a lot of the essential oils from the brand that I use. Have used all of them on various horses. As far as dilution ratios, most of them you can use undiluted, and I tend to do that quite a lot. The hot oils or the really spicy oils, I will dilute to a 5 to 10% dilution to make sure that there is no skin irritation. Skin irritation is the most common. Very easy to just put some extra fractionated coconut oil over those spots. They usually go away within a couple of hours. What recommendations do you have for possible blocked tear duct? Eyes keep watering. A blocked tear duct actually has to be flushed by a veterinarian. So you have to actually go in and physically remove that gunk that's in there. And so it has to be flushed. And then you can use frankincense, copaiba. You can use helichrysum for the inflammation. That is inevitable after that. But I do recommend you get a veterinarian to come in and flush that. It's a very easy thing. You do have to sedate some horses. Some horses don't need to be sedated. You can just do it very easily, but it is it has to be physically removed by flushing it with some saline solution. Okay, and it does have to go into the duct to do that. So you need a special catheter for that. Okay. Let's see. Lori says my lab shepherd Cross has been doing a lot of gagging, coughing. Anything I should be doing? He's 13 years old. I would definitely go check him out at your vet if you haven't been recently. Get a geriatric blood panel. A lot of times older dogs, when they start coughing a lot, especially the large dogs, it has to do with their heart pressing on their trachea. And so there might be some heart problems going on there. Not always. It could also just be a little, viral or bacterial infection, in which case you can definitely do the protective blend soft gels. With such a large dog, you can do one of those twice a day, and then some diluted respiratory blend over the chest, or some cardamom diffused, and Melissa in the diffuser as well. How to help stop licking paws. Nicola, licking paws is a symptom of a bigger problem. So licking paws can be from an infection, so like a yeast or bacterial infection. It could be from irritation of the paws. A lot of times it has to do with allergies, and allergies also having to do with gut health. So it's a lot of things going on there that all you're seeing is the paw licking. So if it is allergies, then you would know that your dog would be itchy. There might be some watery eyes. There might be some respiratory symptoms as well, but usually itchy skin is the biggest one as well. And if that is what's going on with your dog, I'm not saying that's what it is, but if it is, then you'll definitely want to hop in the membership group, because I did a really good webinar on allergies in dog and animals, and how to address that. And it's very, very comprehensive. It's about an hour and a half long, though. So it's not something I can just be like, just put some lavender on it and everything will be fine, because it's usually a lot more involved than that. So I'm sorry to answer that way, but that is definitely what's going on. So CC says, hey, Dr. Roark, what age do you think the rabies shots should be discontinued? So rabies is one of those things that's defined by law. And so you have to go by what is required in your state. So in Texas, rabies is a required vaccination. And I do the 3 years rabies shots that are thimerosal free. And so animals get them every 3 years, and you have to keep that on record. A lot of counties require that. It depends on your county and your state. So here it is required. You can also get titers. Some states will allow you to do titers, which is where you get the blood drawn, you send it off to one of the labs. Kansas State has one, and there's one out in California where you can actually get the titers run to see if your dog or cat is still immune to, or still has antibodies for rabies, in which case they don't need the shot again if your state allows it. So there's a lot of laws around rabies, and so I would just do whatever your veterinarian recommends. If you have a holistic veterinarian in your area, you could do that for sure. Get the 3-year one instead of the 1-year one, and then get the thimerosal-free one if you can. And if your vet says they can't get it, try somewhere else because you can definitely get it. It's very easy to get. Let's see, Jan. Hello from Idaho. When using the Kill It blend, could it be used on a large bump, like a $50 size? You can try it. It will take longer usually to work, but it's definitely worth a try. I think for sure you can use it still. Let's see. Oh, that's awesome. Jenny says you helped us a lot with natural solutions. We would be lost without it. Sounds like a new website too, off of Facebook. Yes. So I know we lost a lot of people because of Facebook being only on Facebook for the group. And I want to make sure that that people off of Facebook can access it. Plus, searching for things in Facebook is getting a little confusing in the groups. It's a little tricky. We have them all organized in guides in there. So if you're pretty good at figuring it out and going through the guides, then it's okay. But we want to make it a little bit more easy to search. And so we're just going to have it offsite on a regular website for people. So let's see. Yes. Okay. So Karen says, what's the best oil to use topically for schnoodle with a gurgling belly? Is the digestive blend okay? The answer is yes, as long as you dilute it. So if you have the roller blend one, the touch version of that, that's okay to use. You can also use the kids blend. That's the digestive blend. That's made for kids, that's pre-diluted. Yeah, you can definitely use that one. Cardamom's another really good one. Ginger diffused can work really well if there's some nausea going on. Let's see. Karen from Kansas, so nice to see you here. Sylvia, I've had my cat for 4 years. She won't let me hold her. Very skittish. I can't get her to the vet. She lets me do everything else, but won't let me hold her. Any suggestions? So a lot of cats don't like to be held. So that's not necessarily abnormal, especially if you have a very shy cat. If she lets you pet her and things like that, what you can do is you can start to feed her in a carrier and put the food in the back of the carrier. So she has to go into the carrier to eat. And then once she's in there, you can actually close it and then take her to the vet that way. It takes a lot of time, and I would just start feeding her in a carrier so that she gets used to going in there all of the time, every day. And but as far as like letting her hold you, I don't necessarily have anything that will help for that if that's just her personality. My cat also does not like to be held. She'll sit right next to me and let me pet her, or if I'm laying down in bed, she'll come and lay on my chest, but she won't let me actually pick her up and hold her. I kind of make her sometimes because there is some things that we need to do with her as far as like her regular health stuff. But she'll tolerate it for a couple of minutes, but she doesn't like it. She's definitely not like, oh yay, I'm being held, I'm so happy and I'm purring like the cats out at the barn, or I'll just like, you can hold them upside down and they're still purring and happy. They're just ridiculous. So for that, what you can try is you can try some balance topically, just pet or the grounding blend, pet topically along her spine. It's already diluted, so just do a drop in your hands, rub your hands together, and then pet her along her spine that way. Or you could try any of the calming oils diffused and see if that helps at all. There's a lot of different ones. You can kind of decide which ones she likes. Let's see. Yeah, Karen, so to go along with that, you can definitely try that. But if your dog has not been eating for more than 24 hours, you definitely need to go to the vet. That's an emergency, especially a young dog like that tends to chew on things. 7 months, they're still in the chewing stage. And so sometimes they eat things they're not supposed to. That can get stuck in their stomach and in their intestines. And they do need to have surgery to remove that a lot of times. So if it's been more than 24 hours and they're still vomiting, it is a veterinary emergency. please go to your veterinarian. So let's see. Jenny, for horses, where would you put I think this is the question for watery eyes, the frankincense, helichrysum, and copaiba for the watering eyes. This is after you flush, after your vet flushes the tear ducts. Okay. Then you would do it just right over the nose, not on the muzzle, but kind of over the bridge of the nose there. I just pet it along their face. Anna, my GS has a runny nose. Sounds like he has something up his nose. Could it be allergies or respiratory issues? Yes, it could be, or it could be something up his nose. Sometimes they get little foxtails and things like that stuck in their nose. And so you do need a veterinarian to look at that if that's what it is. But definitely you can do some oils to help with that. So a lot of times respiratory stuff, I like to use the respiratory blend, just diffused, or cardamom, and you can dilute that and apply it topically as well, just on their chest to kind of act as a natural diffuser, and see if that helps. And then you can also do the protective blend mixed with food just to kind of support their immune system a little bit. Okay. Seasonal effects in horses. What would you do for a 5-year-old who has watering eyes? The owner wants to adjust naturally. Can you rub over the nostrils? How much in one day? So if it's watering eyes from like flies and things like that, because I know the flies are really bad this year, fly mask all the time is really recommended. If it is from just like pollen and things like that, then you can definitely do lemon, lavender, and peppermint. I do 5 drops of each in a syringe, mixed with some applesauce or some oil, and then just squirt it into their mouth twice a day, like a dewormer. And that's what I would do. You can definitely like do an allergy spray with those oils in it, and just spray it on their chest. But I would stick with the respiratory stuff for that. All right, guys. Oh, I've been talking for a really long time. So just a few of you on live today. For some reason, Facebook isn't showing my stuff. So if you're on this and you're like, oh my gosh, all my friends need to hear about Dr. Roark and going live, make sure you tag them, share this post, and make sure you comment, hashtag replay if you're watching this, so that more people can see these amazing, informative, totally free videos just for you. So I love you guys, and I will see you, if not next week. I for sure will not be here on the weekend of Memorial Weekend. I'm taking my mother to Maryland to see my grandma. She's not doing very good, and so she wants to go say goodbye, and so I won't be here next week or the week after, but I'll be back in 3 weeks in June. So I will see you guys when I see you, and I love y'all, and I hope you are enjoying these informative Q&As, but I'll be back soon. All right, see you later. Bye.